Today, I thought we'll talk about something that is going on at my workplace, and I'm sure it's probably is a lot of people who are listening, grown-ups who are listening, would have dealt with it. It's called GDPR. Uh,
Mm.
this is like the full form is General Data Protection Regulation. This is something that European Union countries have required, and I think it was long due. So I did want to talk a little bit about what it is. And the reason why I'm talking about it is that the privacy and the data protection, or the privacy primarily that we're talking about here, that we have been talking about and helping our kids, get educated on this. I wanted to highlight that this is becoming very, very important to other people as well. It's like, it's something that people are talking about. It's something that they have created regulations around, and it is something that I think was much needed. I know from a work standpoint, I know it's kind of causing me a lot of pains, but I think from a consumer standpoint, from a user standpoint, I think we needed something like this.
Yes, absolutely. There's been a lot of discussion about privacy, and this is now what we're seeing is an action being taken,
Mm-hmm.
right? About
Yep.
privacy. So no more just talk about it. And so what are the actions that are being taken?
So I wanted to highlight, like, there are, if I kind of boil it down to like 3 bullet points, what GDPR is and what it will, what key individual rights it will give to me, that I wanted to highlight was, one, the right to information. So, and kind of bringing in the transparency. So the right to information is more like, as a consumer, when I'm signing up on a website, I should know what they're going to do with my data.
Mhm.
Things like that. What are some of the uh, like what kind of information they are needing, what they are requesting. So one of the outcome of that is essentially that people are now going to collect, hopefully, only what they need. So for example, if I go out to purchase a used car, why should they know whether I'm married or not?
Mm.
Like, there's no reason for that. So things like that. So you collect only what you need. And the reason behind that, in my mind, is essentially the right to information. Like, I can go and ask, like, tell me what all are you going to do with my data, and kind of that transparency is going to be brought in. The other thing that I feel is very, very important is the right to be forgotten.
Oh,
So
say that again.
the right to be forgotten.
Oh, the right to be forgotten. Okay.
So, so for example, I can go. I'm sure all of us get emails, email blasts, spams, like, do this, subscribe to this, or things like that. So I can go back to a company as an individual and tell them, can you please take me out of your systems? I opt out. I do not want to receive any more emails. I know earlier there used to be this unsubscribe button or unsubscribe link where people could go and give a reason and then unsubscribe, but I don't think there was a regulation where they would be mandated to remove my contact information from their systems. Like, they would opt me out, like they'll flag me in a way that I am no longer going to receive the emails, but at the same time, they'll still keep my information. So the right to be forgotten will be that businesses will have to delete my information if I want from all the systems that they have and from all the different lists that they may be maintaining.
Mm.
So
Okay.
that, I think, is a very important, because with everything that's happening around with Facebook and all the other data related things that are happening, like, GDPR could not have been more timely.
Mhm.
I'd say. And then one thing that and the last thing that is kind of important is the right to data portability. So it basically means, if someone says, give me, like, for example, I'm a consumer of your services. If I come to you and say, give me all the information you have on me, So you will need to know what all information you have about me, where all is it kept, and you should be able to give it back to me, everything that you have. So, I mean, all in all, I think GDPR is out there to, respect privacy and bring in transparency, and also kind of enable trust between businesses and the consumers. I know
Okay.
I'm talking a lot from a corporate or a business or that kind of a thing, but as a mother, what it means to me is knowing that these are some of the individual rights that EU people, of course, this applies only to the EU countries, but I am just
And EU meaning, for those who don't know.
European Union.
Okay.
So it applies only to the European Union countries right now, but I'm sure like in future there'll be some form or fashion I'm hoping gets adopted in the different countries. But why I wanted to bring this up today was essentially that one, there is definitely an emphasis on privacy, and as an individual, knowing my rights is going to be the key for me. I can go in, so all the websites that my daughter goes into and the emails that I'm getting because of those, like I know that I can go in, I can ask what information you have on Avni, and things like that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think that's very important from a parental standpoint because
Mhm.
many parents aren't really sure from what they've communicated to me, um, as far as what things their kids may be signing up for, because there are some sites that you just click a button and, let's face it, it doesn't take long for kids to memorize the email addresses of
Mhm.
their parents. So they've gotten savvy to put in their own parents' email addresses. We had an issue with an episode that we did in conjunction with ABC News last November, where one parent had stated that their child got access to their phone and signed up for an app, you know,
Yeah.
using the parents' email. So those things are a reality, and this is a good thing. I think the big takeaway is it's not a scary thing. It's just putting in best practices, good measurements, and I think more important is that we want to make parents aware of laws that may have implications, positive implications down the road for them to be aware of what's coming so they can know what to expect.
And I can tell you my daughter is coming.
Hi, Avni. How you doing?
Okay. But
Okay, well, that
I
means
think
it's
this is
time to
good.
get Avni to her karate class.
Yes. Can you say bye to Lemmy, Auntie? Bye. Okay, now.
Bye. Okay, thank you, everyone. Make sure you subscribe and tune in next week. We'll have another video and information on how to keep your child safe online. Bye for now.
All right. Take care. Sorry
Bye,
about that.
Avni.
Bye bye. What is this?